Welcome. Hey, we've got Bestech. Bestech, this is not, Bestech does great G10 knives. Okay. I like their knives. Okay. And they've done a bunch of them, the Texel and this and the Paladin, the Swordfish, and on and on and on and on. Some really good ones that I really like. This one's another one that kind of hits me in the right spot as well. It's not as big, as their big 9-inch monsters. So check that. See, the Swordfish, big knife. Now, nothing wrong with that. I like them. So, yes, but if you're not into the larger sizes, then check this out. This is not even a 3.5-inch blade. I think it is 3.5 there. They're saying it's a little under 3.5, but it's not much, is it? Right there, it's 3.5 all day long. And a little under 8 inches, but right at them. We could call it really 8 inches at 20 centimeters. But if you check out White Mountain Knives, yeah, they're the typical $52 for a G10 D2 knife. Now, of course, 10% off, which is $5.20 if you use LTK as your discount code. So, okay, now you're at 47 or 46.80 or whatever with no shipping and tax. Now here, they say it's 7.9 inches and 3.35, but 3.35 is really understating the blade length on this knife. Liner lock and 4.69 ounces, which is another thing to check out. But first, take a look at it. It's contoured G10. Comes in different colors. If you notice, you could get it in that orange or just a regular beige type thing and or my OD green. And it does fill the hand. So it is kind of a thicker. So this is not really a discreet gent carry. You really got a 3.5-inch blade. So you're almost as full bladed as a paramilitary 2, but the handle on the PM2 is longer. It doesn't look like that, does it? But it is. This is 8.25 overall length. This is only 8 inches. That's not a lot of difference. So let's kick this on and take the measurement and see if we're 4.7 ounces. Well, we're close because we're at 131 grams. So we're 4.63. Okay. Now, we've got this cutaway here, so you can middle finger flick it if you want, as opposed to using the flipper tab, which is right here, and it's jimped. So that's not bad. Not bad at all. I could tell when I flicked it, the detent's reasonably healthy on this knife. I don't try and call detent any more good or bad, unless bad means that it's really not effective. But this, I'm trying to fail it. And you know what? I'm not failing it. So it's kind of one of those no-fail knives because that is stiff enough. It's holding it. Now, that makes it a little bit harder to middle finger flick, but it'll snap when it goes. And there's the design flow. Nice. I don't know if they attributed anybody for the design on this or if it's in the house. I don't see anybody on there, so probably an in-house design. These are not embedded liners, but it's sturdy. It's sturdy. Deep carry pocket clip right hand. Looks like right hand only because it looks like this pocket clip part is in the scale and they didn't mill anything on this side. Number 6 body screws, don't like that. I would just assume they go to number 8s. I don't know why they don't. They're missing the party here. I mean, most of these other manufacturers are starting to move over to number 8s. Civivi, of course, and then their other group, Sencut. And I can't speak to CJRB right now. I can't remember right off the bat. It's kind of hit and miss here and there. but they all need to migrate to number 8s. It would make it so much easier. And we'll see about this. There's no way to get into this knife except the backside, so we'll see how that pivot is set up. We will disassemble this, and we're 40% on that. We're 40%. And easy to get through here. Got jimping here, so disengaging that liner is easy, and it's quick over the detent ball. It's over. By the time that flipper tab there hits you in your finger, see, not there, but there, you're over, okay? Right there, boom. But right there, no. But right there, yeah. So, come on, there you go. Disengage and drop. Like I said, centered. I got no blade player, lock rock. It feels really solid. It feels the hand. The ergos are good because it's really neutral. You got this palm swell and then out. But there, reverse grip, yes, feels good. Jimping on top here so you can get up, and let's get a piece of paper, see if it'll do something. What will it do? Oh, okay. So, yeah, I mean, it's sharp right out of the box. Box is nothing to speak of. You know, it says Komodo. Stonewash and satin, because it's like a stonewash. The flats are stonewash, I believe, somewhere up in there. And then satin grind. BG26A is what this is. So, nothing, you know, all that fantastic, but I don't care. This is a budget knife, and it's a user. Got a little choil up here. You could sneak up on that and do that, but be careful. Otherwise, it's handy for sharpening, okay? And it's sharp. And you could do piercing, and you could do slicing. You got a really tall, flat grind there. You got this kind of swedge here. Gives you a little bit more reinforcement on the tip. Kind of a nice overall design, don't you think? Kind of reminds me a little bit of maybe the Ace or Giant Mouse kind of thing. I guess this triangular cutaway, kind of the way they do this on the scales a little bit, but be the cheapest Giant Mouse you ever had, my friends. Yeah. I do like it, and it's enough to get all my fingers on. If you have much bigger hands than mine, then you're going to be backing up back in there. But no, it's good. Where's my balance point here? Easy to find. And it looks like they, you know, tried to do some weight relieving in here. It's not a lightweight, that's for sure. 4.63 at 131. But 3.5-inch blade, full 3.5, 8 inches overall. And how fat are you? Come here. Let's see what we got. 3.5 millimeter blade stock at 0.13 of an inch. Ooh, see, you know, I told you it filled the hand. Almost 0.6 of an inch, 0.58 at 14.8 millimeters. So, you know, like this one is 0.46 and this one is 0.58. So big difference in how thick that is because it's contoured. This is flat. Okay, that's not where it's at. We like the contoured because it's easier on the hands. It makes you feel like you got something and it's got you. And there's enough grip here. It's not real grippy, okay? It's not like a burlap micarta would feel or anything. And this is definitely more grippy. My PM2, definitely more grippy, although I would be kind of interesting to have a PM2 with a contoured scale. You know, it'd be a different feel, different experience. Of course, your hand's very adaptable, so, you know, I mean, you know, it is what it is. Yeah. Great flow of the design into the bolster here. You got a lanyard hole right there, so you can put a lanyard to it. Kind of an odd place to put a lanyard hole, but I don't think I'd want them extending the backspacer out to be able to plug one through there. So if you're going to have one, and I don't know that you really need one, but I mean, I think the other option would have been just don't do one. But they did, and so it's there, and it's okay. It's out of the way, so I'm fine with that. Number 6s. Jeez. Oh, man. And even though I use the Weehaw bits, there's my number 6, WIHA from KC Tools, and I buy them like this. Number 5 through number 10 in a Torx pack. Because you can get these drivers, I mean, they're like $1.99 or $5 or whatever. They're nothing, right? But when you round off one of these tips and you got a solid driver, you don't remove the tip. It's just a one-piece driver. Well, the whole driver is shot, okay? So this way, just put another tip in there. Hardened German steel, they hold up as good as any and actually better than most. So that's good. And they also sell Wera, W-E-R-A, also hardened German steel, and plus sizes as well, in case you got the kind of the odd, you know, you're warbling around a little bit with your number 8 or your number 6 in one of these screw holes and openings. You can have just a little bit different thing that kind of takes up more space in there and kind of tightens up the contact. But yes, I like these. So I get that through. And this is a newer tip. I rounded one off over time. That's because they're number 6s. Number 8s, I don't round off and have problems with because they just don't do that. Or not near as often. There's the screw for that. Kick that out. What do I got? I got a lint on here. Okay, there's that screw that's a scale screw. There's the G10 scale on the lock bar side. There's the lock bar side and ceramic detamp ball. And okay, no problem. And what do we got? We got ceramic bearings here. Okay. And there they go, just like that. Looks pretty clean in here. Not bad. Definitely not all gooped up or anything. And then there's your backspacer, which you can just take off, put on however you want. And the other side, and then I just dropped my stop, my blade stop, which was right here. And of course, check this out. And we have a D-shaped pivot. So even though they put their logo there, also it helps center the logo on the knife, plus it keeps this pivot from turning when you undo the backside, the screw on the backside. So that's all real good. And you can see that this liner here has a little D shape right there. So it, makes contact and keeps that from happening. Here we don't, but this is where it's coming through finally. But since this D shape runs the whole shaft here, then that's where it's going to catch it right on this front side liner. All right, we got all our goodies together. And of course, we came through from the front because this is where the logo is. And so this is the way we're going to go back. Just like that. And we need to put bearings on here. Of course, we don't need a steel washer because we already got steel liners. Grab my KPL and do that. Do this. Let's put my little stop back in here. Should have put that on first. Okay. So we got the stop on, and we got more bearings and a little bit more juice. And we'll just go with the liner here and just make sure we line up the D shape. Well, it already did come through the front that way, and that's where it holds it. So it doesn't matter on the back side. Okay, so here we go. And let's get my number 8 for the one number 8 screw on this knife. Glory be. Okay, now we've got a scale screw, which is this little one, number 6, and then the longer screw up there near the pocket clip beyond me. Yeah, that goes with a pocket clip. Okay, so what I usually do is just stick it on the end of here and run it through here. And then keep it all together and stick it right in that hole. And it should be easy. And let's see, make sure we got it into the right area. And we did. If I had a flathead replacement screw for that, I'd do that. Probably be interesting to get a bunch of different metric screws and be able to swap that out. That'd be nice. So, let's see, are we back in position? Well, we're centered. Yeah, the action's pretty reasonable. All right, Komodo, different colors. Contoured, fills the hand, not real long, not real light, but maybe a good intermediate sized user. See what I'm saying? Because of the fact that it fills the hand, feels good here, and it's sturdy. Blade shape should be good for piercing and slicing. So yeah, that's that, and I like the design too. All right, get out of here. And just remember, we love them knives, so you guys stay sharp.